Hello, hope you're doing well today. Today I'm going to show you an easy way to practice painting mountains with a palette knife. It's super easy, and it's very easy if you're trying to learn mountains just to go and do this, and do it over and over again, and then you'll get pretty good at it. It doesn't take very long. My name's Lance, and thanks for watching my channel. I appreciate it. And what I'm going to do is move the camera so it's lined up, and we'll get started. I've got two cameras going right now, so anyway, here we go. So here's my palette. I've already mixed the colors so it doesn't take me as long, but this will be my highlight color. That'll be my shadow color. This is just white. That's phthalo blue. It's a little lighter, and I use Prussian blue and white for the shadow. Okay, and you don't even need a mountain on here. It's a black canvas I've used over and over, and I'm just going to come in and put some. Start off and make some mountains. We'll do some up top. We'll go, and then we'll switch the highlights as we move over. Okay. So anyway, we'll start. You can start with the highlights, or you can start with the shadows. It don't matter. But you just want to get your knife, grab some paint. Try it again. There, you got a little roll on there. I don't know if you can see that. And we'll just start up here, and we'll come right here and just grab and pull. It's a really light touch, and what we're going to do is just kind of create. See how that pulls off? And it's not possible. You're going to have places where it doesn't break. It's tough not to, but that's all right. Hopefully up top it does that more, and then down below it starts to open up. As you open the knife, it's much easier to get it to break. It's harder to get it this way. Sometimes it's better just to go in this way. You can pull it over a little bit. See, let it bounce around and practice. See, when you're practicing this, it's much easier than you're actually doing a painting, I think. Okay, and then you come down here and you can open it up like that. Just do it, and once you do, don't try to go back over it too many times, or it'll kind of get, it can make it a little more challenging. But come in here again, just come right there. Okay, come down. There you go. Just trying to see how this looks. Okay, not too bad. And you can come over here maybe, and you don't want your peaks to be pointy. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but maybe we want another one right here. Just do the same thing. And pull it over. Okay, you can come down farther if you want. A little more. I'm just grabbing paint. Now see how that breaks? And it looks pretty realistic, doesn't it? And that's just jumping right out of a black canvas. Okay. Now, we'll just, for the shadow side, just grab some of the other paint. Okay. I need a lot. And you start up here. I'll start right here and just kind of go into that. You can push into a little and just pull down this way. I was watching a guy painting, and then you can just, whatever you want. You can see all the dark's already in there, and you can come this way, and wherever you want the mountain to go. I was watching a guy saying these look like bear claws. He was a YouTube guy and kind of was hacking on this style, but if you've ever been on the eastern front of the Glacier National Park at the right time, it's exactly what they look like. So yeah, this is an easy way to paint mountains, and you're just grabbing, put that up in there, and pull. Okay, bring it right down into there, and there you got a mountain there. Pretty easy. I don't know, looks like the Matterhorn, right? Okay, and you can come over and put more of this in here. Bring that down. Let me see. If you want it to kind of curve out, see that? Grab it there and just pull. See how this is breaking? And I took as much of that wet liquid. I have a liquid clear on here. I took as much off as I could, because the less paint you have on here, the easier it is to get this to break. Now, if there was paint underneath here, which there usually is, you do the mountains and then do this. This makes it easier, because there's the only thing under here is push that into there, a little bit out there. The only thing under this is black gesso, which is dry, and you can come down. Maybe you want to do this a little, get a little there. however you want your mountain to look, and that just kind of pulls it out and makes it look good. The video is looking pretty good, and a lot of times this is kind of, and you can just do these over and over and over and over again. Let's do another one up here, since this is just for, okay, let's do another one. Maybe we want one that's a little flatter up top, so we can pull it this way a little bit and then come down. See that? Might add a little more, you know, if you get it too pasty, then you're gonna, it's okay, but bring it down. Okay, add that white in there. There's a lot of paint on there, but I was just trying to, you know, pull that in and maybe come here. Same thing. Sometimes you do them and when you're doing these, we'll bring them right down into there. And you're just kind of looking them over. You can step back and look at them. And see if that's how you want it. That one's a little different. You can come back in and make them a little higher here. Watch that. You don't like that? I'm just using my white. I might mix some more before we go to the bottom. Okay. You can pull that down. Still looks good. Okay, grab some of the other color, and then maybe you just want to come down this way. Okay, see? Doesn't matter. You just want to find out, because where these shadows, you know, and everything kind of come through, it's kind of where the, and you can do the same thing here if you want. And here I'll show you, or you can come in and do something like this. Maybe you want it to come over here for more. See that? Pull that over. Ridges and ridges and ridges. If you want to peek, stick out, because where these separate, they're coming towards you. That means they're protruding towards you, right? And then you come in here. You don't want this one to be like that. Maybe there's one there. See that? Get that white in there. Flat. Your knuckles should almost drag on the paint here. Okay? So how's that one look? The other one looks a little better, but nice strong mountain. A little more white in there. But that's why you practice them, because you get a little more of a build up there, and makes it a little more challenging, doesn't it? Maybe we want to darken this a little bit. Just come in here and just a little angle, put a little shadow in there, and you can bleed them into the white. That kind of looks good when you do that. See that? There. Pretty basic when you're doing this. Okay, now let's go to the bottom here. Yeah. I'm going to use a bigger one this time. Okay? This is a 1-inch knife. And let's do the shadows first down here. So let's see, maybe we want our shadows to be on this side. You want to do it that way? Okay. So let's do shadow this way. Okay? And let's go here. This is pretty easy. Okay. Your mountain growing in there. Maybe there's, maybe there's some there. Come this way. A lot of times the shadows might be easier than the highlights on these. Okay. Just go all the way across on this one. Just throw in color. Little peaks and stuff. Look at that. Yeah. Almost at night, that could be a mountain. Look at that. How easy that is. And then we'll come in. I think this is the smaller knife. One's a 1-inch, one's maybe 1.5. I don't know. I think the smaller knife is easier to have control with, but I think the larger knife breaks better when you're doing larger canvases, like larger mountains like this. So pretty simple. Now, let's go back here. And we might run into some little issues with, this knife. I could come in and use the smaller one for the shadows, for the highlights. But so let's say the shadows are there and the highlights are here. And just come in and a little highlight peeking in there. See how easy that is? Come right here. Angles are important, right? I mean, these are definitely, you can come back up there, over here. See how easy that is? Find the peak. If you want. See that? A Little highlights coming in there. And if you want, if that's a little challenging, you come in with a smaller knife. These are easy knives to use though, and you can come up here and pull. You know, kind of have an idea how you want your mountains. Don't just wing them, but you can kind of do that, though sometimes you can get away with it. Okay, and just take a step back, and those ones are, you know, they look geometrical, see that? You can have a little bit of, maybe you want this one to come, watch this. You can go this way, sometimes you can go this way with the knife. I'm going to do it this way. You want a little more, so you can come down and go here. Maybe you want a little peak there. It sticks out. Let it come down. See how that just starts to come forward? And you can come this way. There's just play with the colors. Now you got another little peak there. Where else? Let's do it over here. I'm almost done. Maybe this one comes. Watch this. This way. Okay. These are pretty gnarly looking mountains, and you can come in here, do the same thing, and then you're getting a little paint build up on there. That's all right. Just pull that down. Maybe that. See, oh, we've decided that this is going to come forward. Okay. You see what's happening here? We're getting all kinds of. The range is going to come up. Maybe there's another peak there. And that's all you got to do. And then you can step back and say, oh man, so that's pushing everything back. Maybe there's another peak right here. We don't know. That might be a little loop. It's funner when you're just practicing. That. There. That can be a little wider if you want. But they look realistic now. There. And then you can come back in, get some of this shadow color, and go this way if you want. Maybe that's just a... You can turn the knife. I'm just going to keep it here though. Kind of start in there and just pull that down. Maybe you want to bring it over this way. See how that goes? And you just keep going and going until you know, however you want it. And maybe there's a little bit of crevasses here. If you want to put a little dark in there. Running out of paint. Just pull it this way. Little things will come in. There's a little bit up there. And a bit more here. That's pretty easy. You see that Prussian blue gives you a good... And you can come back in and really, you know, you want these to be this bright. You can come up here and put some other color on them. You're going to lose some of your, you know, see that? Pull that over. Maybe there's some stuff in there. You're going to lose some of your effectiveness on it. But you get too much white on there. Come in and watch this. You come back in. But I'm just showing you this to see when you get too much buildup, you're going to run into that. See, these ones are nice and light. Maybe just get a little white and do a little more highlights on them. Just a little bit. Yeah, see, just a little bit. So you have almost 3 colors in there. Right there. That white coming off. Right there. And you this is wet on wet. You can always let them dry. Sometimes it's easier if you're doing a masterpiece to wait and let them dry a little bit, and then you'll have a lot of cool stuff you can do. So hopefully that gives you an idea if you're, you know, beginner painter, or you're learning how to paint, or you're struggling with mountains. I hope this was beneficial for you. And then when I'm done, like with this one, I'll just go in and scrape it off, and we can use it again, because I think I've used this canvas a few times. So I think it's kind of cool. I might just leave it. It's kind of a neat painting. So anyway, hope you're having a good day. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. Bye-bye.